music and the arts are sometimes the best way for people to communicate with one another, rather than letting words and rhetoric get in their way. Part of the reason for wanting to set up a creative workshop or even a creative workshop series is to give the younger musicians and even the younger non-musicians exposure, to give them a chance to be touched by the artistic work and creativity that's going on all around them. Well, the foundation of this project is for us to create a multicultural or multi-artistic center where people can take what's being provided to them, in my case, the music, creative ideas that come out of the music, where they can take that as a foundation and use that to build on whatever their goals and dreams might be. But as they say down here, you have to go back to the roots. In this case, my roots would start with the tradition. In classical music, people always think of composers such as Bach and Mozart as real straight, real egghead kind of composers. But in truth, if you go through the music theory and you dissect what they're doing, you'll see they're using 11th chords and 13th chords, major and minor 7th chords, and they're doing all these musical resolves, musical patterns, 1, 6, 2, 5 and all that, which then if you take composers like Monk and Chick Corea and Herbie Hancock, Art Tatum, George Shearing, Ray Charles, Henry Butler, and a lot of the music that's written by the local musicians down here, you can hear that they have studied it all. They've studied the basic classical roots, the basic folk roots, the basic jazz roots are the core of the foundation, and that's how you can expand from there. And that's what you can share with this generation and future generations of musicians and other creative type artists to come. I would like to get started on this project ASAP with your support, with your help, with your financial help, to become a part of this community here. New Orleans is blessed to have an abundance of young and older musicians, and I would like to be able to get the two groups of people together and give them a chance to merge and grow off of one another. The treasures of what they have to offer us really have to be preserved in some way or other. And with your help, with your financial help, contributions, I would be able to make my little part of trying to preserve some of this and share it with those people who are not quite as fortunate as I am to be living down here. That solid quality, that solid foundation to keep building onto that. And I would like to think that with your financial help and your contributions, that will enable me to continue to build upward on this solid foundation and go to the next level. I would like to do this now. I just feel this pressing urgency to try to pursue my dream at this point. The older musicians are not getting any younger, and I would like to capture and record and preserve their life's experiences while I still have the opportunity to do it. And from a very selfish side, I enjoy getting to play with them. My project, I'm calling it a music collective, though it really is more of an artistic collection, because I'd like to mix not only music, but mix music with the other medias and have workshops where people, if they feel like writing lyrics to some music, they could sit there and just take out some paper or their computer and start writing. Or if people want to paint or draw, they can sketch while they're hearing the music. Or if they want to create games or whatever, if they just want to have the music in the background there as part of their creative environment, part of their foundation to help them build what their dreams might be. I would like to also do live streaming from there whenever there's something of interest going on. And I could also then archive all those streams or podcasts, and people could view them at their own leisure afterward. I would be forever indebted to that person who should decide to support my project financially, because that's telling me that you get what my goal is, and you might not completely get my whole dream, but you're able to glimpse in through a window and see my dream and see what I'm trying to do, seeing what I'm trying to build and how I want to share it with people. The goal of the project is to educate people, and especially the young people, about the rich wealth of the music and the history that is all part of New Orleans. This project is to become a teacher and a mentor of sorts for the neighborhood. The best way that I know of to articulate what I want to say is through my music.